Hey folks, this is Jerry Stevenson. We're at the Redneck Barbecue Lab here, McGee's Crossroad, Benson, North Carolina. Here with a good friend of mine, Luke Darnell, Old Virginia Smoke. We were just at a competition and I decided just to grab him and drag him all the way over here to make him talk.
Absolutely. It's great to be here and had a great lunch here today at the lab. A couple of great beef ribs. You can hear a little buzz coming back here. They still got a bunch of people in here. We're going to cook it and sell it till they're sold out.
Yeah, unfortunately that happens here a bunch.
That's a good problem to have.
Tonight, yeah, but tonight I wasn't expecting that. 30 people, and we took over half the dining room. So, like I said, this is live. We hope we were. If you guys remember last time with us, the power went out right when we were cutting this on. Tonight, we're having a little internet issue, so we may or may not be live. Me and Luke don't know. We're going through with it.
We're going with it. Might be recorded, might not be.
So you may catch this recording later on, and if you do, I apologize. If we're live, I'm going to apologize too.
Sure, go ahead.
This is unscripted.
Absolutely. That was a great video on the way in of you driving into the Royal.
Yeah. That was this year. That was one of the things, like when we talked about doing this show and stuff, Luke, was we were talking about some of the experiences that we've had on the barbecue trail. You've had a lot. The World Food Championships, we could talk about that. We may just do that in another episode.
Sure.
But one of the recent things that you and I did is we went out to the American Royal. This was my 6th time, and this was your
third time. Yeah.
And it's a journey for us. Luke and his wife Kim, Little General, who's here with us. Everybody wave at Little General. The brains behind the outfit on Old Virginia Smoke, by the way. Just like Roxanne Manley is the brains behind my outfit. Everybody already knows that. But Luke's from Virginia, I'm from North Carolina. Our journey out there is very similar. We go to the American Royal every year. It's an experience. It's the best of the best. We're all there together. 2 days of head-to-head competition. Fun.
It's like being trapped in it's like the barbecue universe is under one giant bubble at Kansas Speedway, and it's all barbecue all the time. And I mean, I just got goosebumps even talking about it because we went a couple of years and we took a couple of years off, and because we didn't cook well out there, and we wanted to make sure the next time we went out there that we were where we needed to be. And but it was you that dragged me back there because you were talking about how much fun it was at the raceway and how, and so Kim and I said, you know what, this has got to become an every year thing. And this year was one of the best experiences we've ever had in barbecue.
Yeah, and you want to say why? Or we'll tell them later. Okay. It was me, really. It was the experience. So, the dance-off on Thursday night and everything else. But no, the thing is a lot of folks here on the East Coast, and it's just like the West Coast friends that we've got. It takes us 2 days to get out there. This isn't in our backyard. And kind of the intro you guys saw was a journey out there. We break it up into 2 days. Luke just push through basically. We break it up into 2 days.
It took 2.
2 days?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I thought you were just right outside. It seemed like Kansas City when you called, about half asleep.
I stayed in that Holiday Inn for about 4 hours.
I thought it was the Hobo Hotel.
It was.
It was the Hobo Hotel.
I don't want to talk
Come on,
about
don't throw Holiday Inn a bone out there.
I didn't take my shoes off. I know that.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
Dirty Mike knocked on the door. I was cowered under the covers. Oh, leave me alone.
Didn't have a route number on it. Just said Soup Kitchen.
Soup
Kitchen. So yeah, it takes us 2 days to get out there, but it's a journey with us, and we always set it up. We get out there early. This year we're fortunate enough to go to a Kansas City Royals baseball game that my brother-in-law, we've been the past 2 years, but you and our friend Jay Reeder actually went with us, and it was quite the time. The Gov, as we affectionately call my brother-in-law, Sean Manley, kind of set us up, kind of. We were about as close as we are to this camera to the Royals on deck circle, and got to be able to talk to the players. And I mean, it was postcard night for a game, and couldn't have had more fun. And Sean loves his Royals. There's nothing like going to a Royals game with the Gov. There's nothing like it. It's awesome. All his favorite players, and he's sitting there and talk to them, and we're just dying laughing. Treated like royalty, even though we look like we kind of did look like hobos. Sean three hobos is what
Right,
it was.
pretty much. Well, especially with Reader.
With a reader. But
Hey, man, what are they doing over there?
well, that's like the setup, and then like I said, this whole the whole Royal, what we want to talk about, just it's not so much as the competition part as the whole experience, and this is part of the experience with us. We get there, we relax, we come in, and then we load in on Thursday morning. A lot of the guys load in on Wednesday, you know, for this Friday Cook's meeting, and it's a Saturday Sunday competition. But we go loading in Thursday, and I guess you might have saw in the video, you come, you know, in Kansas City, and then you're outside Kansas City, and you pull up to the Speedway, and you're just sitting there, and it's this outside Plain Jane Speedway, and you go underneath the tunnel, and you go in there, and all of a sudden it's like
Barbecue Disneyland.
Barbecue, we would have called it, yeah. Just describe it like that first time going in. I mean,
you don't really, you know where you are on the map when you get there, but you really have no concept of the magnitude of the event until you come through that tunnel, and then you're just like, oh,
smacks you in the face.
Wow, okay, now I'm at you're like, I'm at the American Royal, you know, and I'm just pulling in. I ain't lost yet. So,
that's right. You're number one.
I'm number one, just like everybody else.
Tuffy says we're all 180s.
Right, and you get excited and you're ready to go, and then it's just all of the parties and all of the great stuff that you get to go to. I mean, there's no experience like it in barbecue.
No, it's like you said, you go in there, and it's like at first it seems overwhelming and everything, but it's really not. You get in there and we get set up, and there's the Thursday night parties, which I remember briefly being at few. The dance-offs.
There was a bit of dancing this year Thursday night. I'd like to offer an apology to Mr. Boatwright, who Jerry was requesting Beastie Boys over and over again, just so Kim and I would dance to it.
I think a public apology is in order.
It's not a bad
Mr.
idea.
Boatwright, if you are listening, or any friends of Mr. Boatwright's listening, I'm really a nice guy, and repeatedly saying play Beastie Boys because I want it played is probably not the right thing to say or do. So publicly apologize.
I thought it was entertaining.
Maybe the internet first and apologize for something.
I'm glad it's on tape.
I guess it on live it didn't happen, but it's probably tape.
Oh, I left one in the chamber there. It was right there. Oh.
But anyway, so Thursday night, it's a big parties, and then Friday we wake up and we do a lot of prep work. I mean, you're getting set up because we got to cook, but that night there's still more parties, and it's kind of less big parties for us now. Us being there's two competitions here, you know, and I say us because it's a 2-day competition. Like I said, you want to tell, you know, like the difference in the first 2 days, and the difference between the parties probably on Friday night, because.
Sure. On the Friday, you know, that's when you do your meat prep for the invitational portion. That is, so all the teams that have won a grand championship in the previous year get invited to participate in the American Royal Invitational. So you're going up against 170 teams that are all champions.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up. I don't know if Mike might be able to pull that stat up.
I don't have exactly how many.
That seemed low, actually. It seemed a lot higher.
But everybody's, you know, everyone's a champion. You know,
at least one, yeah.
Yeah, and you're going up against it, and that's, you know, it's the greatest measure, I think, of where you are.
And it's not just America. I mean, this is not the United States. This is the World Series of Barbecue.
Absolutely.
I mean, we have Asia representative. It seems like every country in Europe now. Every country, it seems like. South Africa, New Zealand.
This year's Invitational champion was from England.
There you go.
Yeah.
First time.
First time
ever. International team comes, the best of the best.
Yep.
Is what we call it. Invitational is the best of the best.
Yep.
And there's always, go ahead, keep talking. I'm sorry, describe those.
So then Friday, you know, you got a lot of different social engagements going on. You got the pork tenderloin fry with Iowa Smoky D's. I was very fortunate to work on that this year. I was the utility pivot man in line. That's the guy that got fired.
In the way. He was in the way, and they were like,
yeah. I ended up being pretty good at breading, so I got to stick around there for a while. And then I think you also had the Snake River Farms party that night.
Yeah, we had the hot dog party.
The Smithfield had something every night.
Yeah.
Just such great supporters of barbecue.
Traeger party. Traeger
Oh,
party.
Traeger party.
Traeger
yeah.
party. Shout out to Traeger. That Traeger party, I go every year.
Can't go wrong.
Traeger puts on a great party. I mean, it is just this atmosphere. And it's not only for the teams, it's for the Traeger owners.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, it's like just open up for anybody. And this year they were doing custom T-shirts. I mean, they were doing the sliders. They were doing just all sorts of stuff. I think some Snake River Farms products. They had a couple live bands playing and stuff. Just great party. And again, this is part of the reason why we go. We see these people. Tim Montana's who it was. Great musician.
Yeah.
So we go and we go to these parties and we see the folks a lot, that we don't see, like the West Coast guys, like Rick Miles. I see him twice a year if we're lucky to go to the Jack.
He is not a fan of my preparation of onion rings.
Not a fan. not a fan. No, actually, I think he brought that up. He's like, who is that guy? And I was like, he's a friend of mine. And he just kind of stopped, paused, and changed the subject on that. When
he should stick to other things.
Utility pivot man.
Utility pivot man.
So we got all these parties and stuff, and then we cooked that night and we turned in for the invitational.
Right.
Four meats, and then afterwards
you go right in.
It's the ancillaries.
Yes.
Which there's like 6 now or something.
5 or 6 categories.
It's crazy.
A lot of people choose not to do them. A lot of people choose to do them.
Yep.
We're 2 of the teams that choose to do them because
every one of them. My sister loves them.
My wife does not, but she does them anyway. And but I mean, it's the Royal.
Yeah.
It's getting that ribbon, getting that check makes that drive a little bit better.
Dirt on the boots. I always said, even though you're not in the old health center, the old red dirt on the boots, it's still a great experience.
Absolutely.
So yeah, there's all this tournaments, all this hectic stuff, and then you start to prep for the following day, which is the Open, when there's 650 plus teams, and you're prepping, and then you got to run to awards, and
you just got you have to. I tell people all the time, especially I had a conversation this weekend at Polar Pig because a couple of guys had never cooked a double before, and they were like, and it wasn't this one was that dual ship.
Ship?
Yeah.
I hate ship too.
I hate ship too.
What a shippy contest.
It was.
Those 2 turn-ins in one day is rather shippy.
It is shippy.
Shippy. Right in the pucky hole.
Right in the pucky hole. So.
We're on the roll.
I know. So, and I tell people, they're like, well, what do you do in between? Do you take no, you don't sit down, have a drink. You go.
Straight to awards.
Get your stuff done. I mean, I don't want to elongate it, but our first Royal, we didn't heed that warning. We might have had a bottle of whiskey, might have went and had some lasagna at Redneck Scientific, and we hadn't done a stitch of prep. And that.
So get your stuff done, then go to the first day awards.
Absolutely.
And do it. So we got the first day awards. They're over. Second day starts all over again. You're tired. You get up, you cook, and then we get that open turn in with all those teams, and then you go out on that field, and there's that stage. There's a stage up there, and there's like 5,000 people, in that infield.
Yep.
And you got the Kansas Motor Speedway up there in the background, and you're just sitting there,
just hoping.
One time. All you want to do is hear your name one time. It doesn't matter, just one time. It doesn't matter, like I said, if it's in beans or probably biggest party. Just one time.
One time is that's all you need. And this year was our first time getting the category and getting the meat call at the Royal. And
special.
Man, I still remember it. And like most big things that happened to Old Virginia Smoking Barbecue, Kim was already gone. She was already on her way to the airport.
Yeah, we didn't need to bring that up.
Well, yeah, I just feel bad for her because, that, and when we won World Food, she wasn't there.
And if anybody knows or doesn't know, Little G is the other half of Old Virginia Smoke, and she's like the pusher. She's the one that pushes Big Boy here around. He might be the big guy, but she's the one that pushes him. She drives the bus. She gets him going. She gets him rolling, gets him motivated. The dance parties and all the tomfoolery you see is really her just getting him relaxed and getting him going.
You said tomfoolery.
Oh, I did. That's the safe word of the day.
Safe word.
Safe word, tomfoolery. So, yeah, I mean, and we were lucky enough. Thank you, Lord. My sister got us some calls, an ancillary contest, and we were blessed to be able to go up as well. hear our names, stand on those numbers. We've been blessed before to actually get up on top of the stage. I mean, you know.
Well, and that's part of the thing that drug us back was, you know, last year we cooked a contest in Ohio, and we're driving back during awards at the Royal, and you know we're listening, we're trying to keep track of who's where, and I'm like, damn, I think Jerry might have won this, and you know, and it was just, and then we realized what we were missing by not being there.
Yeah.
And you know, to be there this year, especially there on the open day when Darren won.
Yeah.
You know, that was really cool to be there for that. And it's just, you know, everyone always talks about the barbecue family.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, by and large true.
Yeah.
You know, all these people become your best friends, and they become part of your family, and you know, you can find people to help you out in a pinch anywhere around the country. And God knows Old Virginia Smokers needed that this year. And I mean, it's just truly blessed. It's a really great thing.
That's one of the good things. I always say, I always tell people, it's kind of my good luck speech. Some people take it the wrong way, but I always say, if I don't do it, I hope you do. And I truly mean that. It's one of the things is I hate losing. I'm there to win grand championships. I could care less about ever winning a category. Mm-hmm. I'm there to win, period. But you take some consolation when your friends win. Takes a little bit of the sting off of it because you get to celebrate with them. And I've been blessed to be there. Tuffy Stone, Billy Gillespie. Before I met Billy, I saw him. And I mean, it's just, you see these guys elevate, levitate, and it's awesome.
We got to spend the weekend with Bill Gillespie.
Yeah.
Had to translate.
That was good. That was good.
None of the people in North Carolina knew what he was saying.
Yeah. Love Billy. You're still number 2, by the way.
I know, it's fair.
Well, one of the things, I mean, the Royal is a very special experience. We're going back next year and everything. And, you know, and a lot of times at the Royal is when a lot of the things are announced, these really cool things that we find out about, kind of the backseat things that are going on. And these folks just like, we got something really special to tell you. And this year at the Royal, we got some really special news. I mean, something that actually, I remember looking at you and said, man, I might actually cook next year. I might actually physically really try to cook next year and be serious about this. So you want to share a little bit on this?
You know, Smithfield, they've done so much for barbecue and with their grant program and us as you know, part of their cook program. But they announced the Smithfield National Barbecue Championship, which is a points chase that runs basically from the Royal all the way through next year up until, you know, I believe I can't remember the exact date. It's in here somewhere, July 1st.
Yep, July 1st. No, it's through August 31st.
August 31st.
I'm sorry, I was looking at something. Yeah, it's September 1st of this year through August 31st of next year. Yep.
So it encompasses all sanctioning bodies, you know, all the major ones. IBCA, FBA, KCBS, you get points for your top 10 finishes. And what, you know, the top 24 are going to get to advance to go cook in New Orleans.
That's what got me fired up, really.
Which is like, wow, okay, we're all going to go down there, and then there's going to be
24 of the best. I mean, not just 24 from one little corner of the United States. This is
everywhere.
24 of the best.
24 of the best. And then they'll cook one round, they'll drop down to 12. Eliminate 12, and then they'll eliminate down to 6, and those 6 are going to cook for $50,000.
That's nice.
That is nice.
I was just talking about getting to 6, really. Nah, I was talking about the money, $50,000. That's when I get kind of excited. I ain't in it for the money, it seems like, but you start talking that, it's a little.
No, this is an opportunity to go cook in the culinary capital of the United States, and you know, it's just a lot of fun.
Bourbon Street, barbecue.
I wasn't going to mention any of that stuff, but, you know. I'm there for the business part.
New Orleans. Well,
but you know, you're right. When I heard about this too, I was like, I've points chased the past 2 years, and one year was really good. One year wasn't.
Points chases. You want to explain? Some folks don't understand some of the craziness that we go to. Like Matt with Boomerang this weekend, 50 contests, literally zigzagged across the United States. California last weekend, North Carolina this weekend,
Florida next weekend.
God bless you, Matt, you and your wife.
Hope you're safe out there. I know you had some problems today.
Yeah, God bless y'all.
But So KCBS has a points chase where you want to finish as KCBS Team of the Year. So you get points for how high you finish in each contest. Obviously, winning gets you at a maximum of 285 points. So this is a really prestigious thing. And once you start seeing your name in that top 10, you start saying, I got to cook every weekend.
Yep.
So then you start going, well, there's nowhere for me to cook here, so maybe I'll drive to Ohio, or maybe I'll fly to California, or maybe I'll drive down to Florida. And it's called points chasing, and it's a sickness, but it's also a lot of fun.
But see, this is the one good thing. Yeah, it's fun, but this is one of the good things I myself like about the Smithfield.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to do 50. I mean, you just need to do 12.
Right.
I mean, just 12. It's the
Takes
best
your
12.
top 12. In fact, the algorithm factors in the amount of teams that are in each field.
Which I like.
Yes,
Which
so
I like.
it's going to be your top 12 scores, and you just lay them down and see where you are. And I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
Just the opportunity. And I'd like to thank Smithfield and everyone that's been involved with that. It's just a great opportunity.
Yeah, Smithfield's donated. I'm sorry. Sterling Ball gave us the number, and it just was like this punch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They donated a tremendous amount of money, and it's something they ain't got to do, but they donated. God, I wish I knew the figure. Look, let me pause just for a second. If you guys are on there live and you remember what that figure is, type something in down here on the Facebook questionnaire that you can send in something. We can see it. So if you guys know what it is, I'd like to remember. It was a big dollar amount.
It's a big number.
But they donated that just for us. They give money, it's extended money at these contests for us. I mean, it's just really cool. And they ain't got to do it.
And it helps the
do.
cooks, it helps the organizers, it helps get word out about their brand. But they've gone all in on barbecue.
Yeah.
And it's refreshing to see that. And it's great to have such a big company have such a passion for it.
Yeah, because we're such a small, I mean, honestly, in the big picture, we're a small percentage of what they do. But it seems like we're a big focus in what they're doing with us right now.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things why, I mean, it's like I said, they sponsor us, but they sponsor us. They take care of everyone, it seems like.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Smithfields, with that. And we're signing up. Anybody can sign up for this. It's you just go with Smoking with Smithfield.
Smoking with Smithfield online. Yeah, it takes about 30 seconds to do. You have until July 1st to sign up, but I would say sign up now because they're going to start having live updates of the scoring through barbecuedata.com.
Awesome.
Yeah, which is another great company that's gone all in on barbecue as well. And get signed up. You don't want to miss this opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, man, I'd hate to miss out going to New Orleans and cooking for $50,000. Hey, sis, I might be serious next year. Maybe.
Maybe. He says that all the time. He's always serious.
All in. Well, cool. Well, that's one of the things that I really like about barbecue is this ability to be able to do not just go to a contest like the Royal, not just go somewhere and compete. We do a lot of other things out there too.
Oh yeah, like this weekend was a fun example of that, and we don't do it enough. But Jerry and I hosted a pizza party this weekend.
Annual. We want to make it an
annual pizza party, and
we'll have it moving around. It'll be like a rave. We'll just show up wherever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pizza party.
Jerry mans the pizza oven, and I help with the pizza building, and it really is a lot of fun. And we get everyone from the contest to come over together.
Massive smack talk.
Yeah.
Session. Really is what it is.
I mean, when you get to have your pizza cooked by the Food Network's Jerry Stevenson, you really have little to complain about.
I thought that was coming at some point. You set me up there, Dimples. That's Luke Dimples Darnell.
Nobody brought any trout to the pizza party, though, so it was kind of sad.
I'm never going to live that down. I'd have burned it, too. I'd have burned it on purpose. I'd have burned the shit out of that fish. Next pizza party, bring me some. I burned the ship out of it. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We're trying to keep this PG.
Oh,
Doing
I'm
a good
sorry.
job.
I did that earlier, and I hesitated, but it's because I'm not a fan of the dual turn-in contest.
True.
So.
Well, I mean, like I said, stay tuned. Next year, we don't know when, where, or even, well, we know why we do it, but there'll be another pizza party.
Oh, absolutely.
We might make it like a disco pizza party. After the escapades Thursday night, shake and bakes, annual, I don't know what, debauchery. I don't even know what you call it. It's just really a party, dance party.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see
Just
about that.
a bunch of people having fun in the parking lot.
Exactly. Well, look, guys. One of the things we wanted to do here tonight, we're gonna do this probably about once a month. Is that we're gonna talk about some stuff. We're gonna show you some stuff. There'll be some videos and stuff like that. But one of the things we wanted to do, we had mentioned it before, is we'd love to answer some of your questions. Well, Luke and myself and Little G and Roxanne, we do this. It seems like every weekend. Not as much as some people.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Mr. 40 plus contest people.
Mm-hmm.
God bless y'all. But we'd love to answer some of your questions about the Royal, about the Smoking with Smithfields. What color my undies Luke's wearing today. It's a thong, by the way. It's a thong. Don't know why.
Today I am the Banana Man.
So yeah, this is one of the things. So on Facebook, you guys are on Facebook, and ladies that are on Facebook, drop us a line on this. We're able to see your questions, answer some of your questions, and we'll do our best. I guess I should have said something from the get-go on this about it, and we're going to, right now, while we're waiting on some questions, start answering some questions, we'll give away some stuff. We said we'd give away some stuff. The first thing I think we're going to give away is a sauce pack.
Okay.
So let's give away the sauce pack to someone. You gonna do the Pucky Hole?
The Pucky Hole.
Pucky Hole.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Sure.
Okay. First person that can come on Facebook and tell us what a Pucky Hole is. Look, my mom might be watching this.
Keep it PG.
Y'all know my four-letter words right now, I've limited myself. I'm not going full Jerry. So first person to tell us what a Pucky Hole is wins the sauce package. Sauce package is Redneck Barbecue Lab sauces.
That's great stuff.
Yeah, they didn't like it this weekend.
No.
But it's all right. Hey,
It's okay.
look, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Can't wrestle if you don't weigh in, buddy.
It's true. If you don't push in, you ain't in the game.
That's right.
So that's one of the things. Well, Luke, I got a question for you.
Okay.
What besides the American Royal, what was your favorite barbecue moment this season that you guys have had? There's always one we have that's memorable, and I know the Royal. We already said getting that meat call was really important. Getting the dirt on the boots.
Yeah.
But what was probably your favorite barbecue moment this year?
Well, one of the things that Kim and I got to do this year was be a part of the National Barbecue League.
Okay.
And so we got to travel around to a lot of different places that we'd never been before. And if I had to say what one of my favorite experiences was from this year was cooking up in Wisconsin. The Wisconsin barbecue family up there is very tight-knit, but they embrace strangers and treat you like family. And we had two amazing trips up there. The first one, the weather was really bad, and we were taken care of. We had an RV to cook out of and everything. The second one up in Green Bay, same thing. Guy lent us his toy hauler. They kept our pit up there for us, and it was our wedding anniversary. And we had put in a $100 ticket in a raffle, and we went out that night to probably one of the best restaurants in Wisconsin, and we get a call from Darren while we're out at dinner, and I'm like, this has got to be important, because why would he be calling? I answer the phone. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? He's like, then the raffle was for a backyard jambo, and we won it.
Yeah, so anniversary
present.
ticket.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt.
So we drove all the way back from Wisconsin, towing the J3 with the backyard jambo in the back of the truck. It was just funny.
It's awesome.
That was one of my favorite moments. But the reason Kim and I do so many contests together is because that's how we spend time together, and it's a lot of fun. And I wouldn't trade any of that ever. I mean, we just make new memories everywhere we go.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. I also enjoy when we get together, you know, because we always have a good time. The four of us, Sean, Roxanne, Kim, it's just a blast. It's a blast.
Yeah, and I think I can definitely say that. I mean, one of the things that we have our first question.
We do,
and we're going to take it here in a second. And matter of fact, you know what? This is a good one. We're going to put this up. This is actually, let's see if I did this right.
There it is.
All right. This question is from Liz Stevenson, which really not. This is from Elle Stevenson, and you guys might have figured this out. Elle is actually my daughter, which she's the pitmaster in training.
Yeah.
But she asked, how did you and Princess Lukey become friends? And it's kind of interesting. I was competing by myself in Lenexa, Virginia at the picking and pulling contest, man, 5 years ago?
Yeah,
5
years ago.
This flew by, but 5 years ago. And I'm there by myself. Had a terrible cook. My brisket had hit the ground in the middle of the night in a storm, and I was spraying it off with a water hose, and Brian Corbett, Smoking Scullies, comes by and is like, what the heck are you doing? You know, and I'm like, hey, man, don't you wash your brisket off, you know, with a water hose in the middle of the place? You know, I was getting the sand spurs off of it. Cooked that brisket that night, you know, and the next morning I'm cooking my chicken, and I put my chicken in. It's the only time it's ever happened. My chicken burned. I'm talking burned. I mean black in 30 minutes.
Weren't you cooking on those drums of yours at that time?
No, I was cooking on somebody else's cooker, and that was the last time I cooked on it. It wasn't the drums. I had the drums for the brisket and stuff. So I burned and I'm like, what do you do? Well, in barbecue, you never punt, man. You just don't give up. There's always an option. You do something. So I remember my mom was a kid and she burned the toast. She would take the butter knife and scrape all the burnt stuff off. She'd give you the toast. Yeah, it was still burnt, but
still
you
burnt,
know, she's like, eat it.
It didn't look burnt.
It still tasted burnt. Tasted like shit. But we would eat it. And anyway, I'm like, you know what? I scraped it off. I'm like, it's just not gonna be a good day, and I dipped it. And and Brian Corbett again comes walking by and looks at me scraping this chicken. He's like, what the heck are you doing? And I'm like, don't you do this to your chicken too? And he's just shaking his head. So we're sitting at awards, and ironically, I was sitting with Brian at the time. We're kind of in the back, and chicken's the first category. They call like 8th place chicken, Redneck Scientific. And he just looked at me, and I'm like, this is gonna be a hell of a day. You know, because if that chicken got liked, I'm like, the rest of the stuff they're going to hate. Anyway, so I go up and I go walking up to awards. I'm walking around, and all of a sudden, this gargantuan of a man stands up and says, way to go, Jerry! It scares the living hell out of me. That was Princess Lukey. First time I met him, and I was like, whoa, you know, and he was all happy. And I think you judged that day, you and Little G?
Kim and I
judged that day?
We had judged that day, and I'd sat next to one of these wonderful North Carolina judges down here, and he and I had gotten into it, and I'd seen him talking to you afterwards when we were walking around, and I just wanted to come over and see if he'd said anything about me.
Yeah. No, he hadn't, but you know, but that's how I met Luke, and then Luke proceeded. We cooked against one another in Louisa. Man, there's a lot of L's in Virginia.
Yeah.
Get all that L messed
That was
up.
the first time we ever cooked against each other.
We couldn't get each other, and Luke's claim to fame, and if anybody's ever heard the story,
it's not my claim to fame. It's just a minor detail in my history.
It's like this big. It's minuscule. But he actually...
As I beat Jerry that day.
I just wanted him to say it.
Yeah.
Because if I said it, it just didn't have the glee in his face.
It's fine, right? No, that's okay.
But no, that's how El. I'm giving you something. I'm going to give you something later on. But, yeah, El, that's how I met Princess Lukey.
We got another question here from Eric Dollarhide. That has a great name.
Eric's a good guy.
Yeah. See if we got it to pop up. No.
There's a delay, I think, with this. Bear with us,
There
guys.
it is.
First time Lukey and myself have been doing it. But you want to take this one?
Yeah, so Eric is asking what kind of smokers do we use? I, for the past 4 years, have used Backwoods Smokers out of Louisiana. Jerry uses the same cooker. It's a fantastic cooker. It holds temperature. It's reliable in any weather condition, and the product is consistent.
I mean, we use them here in the restaurant, along with Royal Oak Charcoal, another one of our sponsors. I mean, everything we use here at the Redneck Barbecue Labs, what I use out there, what I use this weekend.
Yep.
They seem to like my food today better than they did yesterday.
They sure did. I know
whatever.
I did. But Kim and I are actually transitioning into an offset. We've gotten a couple of Jambos, offset
tell them
stick
what
burners.
offset
Cooker is the firebox is over here. Your stack's over here, and the air from the heat runs over top of the meat, then out the stack. That way.
Not this way.
Not this way,
but
yeah, like this.
That way?
That. Yeah. So it's been a lot of fun.
You see where we get the princess from. He likes unicorns, pink dresses, and taking slow rides in a boat with men.
Wow. You didn't even mention my blueberry latte.
I was holding back.
That's fine. That's fine. But we play with all kinds of cookers. I mean, I have a Traeger.
Yeah.
You have a Traeger.
I had a Traeger.
I have Liz.
Yeah, it's hers.
The Gateway drum is one of my favorite things to cook on.
I hate those things.
That's funny.
Can't stand them. Let's outlaw them. Let's just outlaw them.
Outlaws are a good cooker. I don't have one of those yet. But there's lots of great options.
Let's get rid of that ship show 2-in-1 day contest. Just outlaw. Let's start up a petition. Outlaw the Gateway drums.
We might do better.
There's a couple dudes right now going,
oh why would you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, we have another one.
All right.
From West Davis.
Good question, Eric. Thank you, though. Seriously, my smokers, like I said, the Backwoods, you guys can see in our restaurant, Redneck Barbecue Lab, shameless plug, McGee's Crossroad, Benson, North Carolina. Anytime you come in here to get some food or some sauce or rub.
This is from West Davis. This is a good friend of mine. What contest do you think is by far your toughest competition?
Oh, good Lord. Where do we begin with that one? You want me to go first?
Sure.
I'll tell you my first. By far, toughest competition, I think, with me, and I don't know if it's in my head or what, is the Jack Daniel's World Invitational, which I've been blessed to cook 2 times. And 2 times I've gone down there and got my feelings hurt, thinking I had a good product and then was told I didn't. But I think that by far was our toughest. One of the reasons why the first time we had car problems going down and it was just push. And then the second time we get down there and I think we had like 6 inches of rain. I mean, my porta potty was floating. I woke up 3 o'clock in the morning. My smoker was at 450 degrees. And the porta potty's floating. I said, ain't this some shit, you know? But we cooked it. We turned it in. We had a great time. My sister, even though this may be the toughest contest for me to cook, my sister has done awesome there. Barrelheads Awards, perfect scores, and her ancillary contest. Anything but dessert and dessert contest there. But that's mine. I think definitely that's my white whale.
Yeah, mine would probably be just going to the Jack Daniel's. So I've never been there, but I'd have to say probably the Royal.
I knew when I said that I was going to like
poke the bear touch.
Yeah,
it's fine. But another one that was really tough was also King of the Smokers.
Oh,
which you got to do 2 years ago. Ooh. We got to go last year, and you're sitting there, and there's 25 teams there.
Like, what are you doing there?
Why am I here?
Yeah,
that's kind of the feeling that you get.
Got the Godfather.
You got everybody: Johnny, Trigg, Myron, Mixon, Darren, Lucky. Shake and Bake. Even Brad. Is kind of threatening.
Brad,
that guy, the sandals guy, Stinky Feet.
Stinky Feet.
Stinky Feet.
Oh, Stinky Feet.
Stinky Feet.
Stinky Feet.
Getting basted.
Okay.
Nah, just messing with you, buddy. But yeah, that I mean. And again, there you don't really care how you do because you're having so much fun. But when you talk about it being a hard competition, I don't know that you'll ever cook anything harder. But in this day and age of competition barbecue, every competition you go to, there's 10, 15 teams that are amazing.
Yeah.
That turn out some amazing food, and like this weekend in Polar Pig down here in Concord. I mean, that was arguably the hardest field on the eastern United States this year.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
it's up there. It's up there in top
you had
5.
Boomerang, and you had Smoking Hills here, and you had all the good teams from down south, all good teams from up north, Smoking Hogs, Insane Swide, Jaron and Suzanne, Roadhog. All these teams just came down into this little town and had it out. I mean, it was a good one.
Like a mini Royal.
Yeah.
A mini Royal here, mini Royal Rumble. But yeah, that's true.
We have a couple more questions there.
All right, I'm gonna hop into this one because this is one of my things. Stephen Paris has got a question for us here, and Stephen's asking us: chicken, sweet or savory in comps? I'm gonna give you the lowdown. Just like I told Matt,
sit here and learn.
just like I told Matt with Boomerang, and I told Mr. Lauren Hill, Smoking Hills, is that I'm just gonna apologize because whatever I'm gonna say is gonna be opposite. But chicken should taste like chicken. It shouldn't taste like you're sucking on a sugary sweet lollipop. You shouldn't have clown lips when you're done. It should be a little smoky, it should be a little sweet, it should be a little salty, and it should have a little heat to it, meaning cayenne. And if it doesn't taste like chicken, it's not chicken. But what the hell do I know? I mean, heck do I know? I'm not that good of a chicken cook. Or wait a minute, I'm not a good chicken judged cook, am I?
I don't know.
But what I would do is, I think we could defer. There's some guy that might know something a little bit more than me. I just jumped in like with my,
That's a
little
shame.
angst. But
Can't see it.
oh, I forgot. Not only barbecue world champion, this was the 2017 chicken team of the year in KCBS right here. So Stephen, that guy could probably answer you better than me. You just hit a nerve.
What he said. No, you really want to hit all parts of it. I do think that it has to be a little sweet, but I've also learned that you have to control that a little bit in the regions that you go to. Like, I know if I'm going to go further south, then I'm going to go a little sweeter probably on the chicken. If I go out in the west, if I'm going to go a little more savory.
When you dropped this dime on me yesterday or the day before.
Well, you're really good. You're super awesome. I figured you'd had that figured out by now.
But you're a chicken unicorn.
I am a chicken unicorn. Oh gosh, that's too
Thanks,
much fun.
Steven. I mean that was that's one of the things. I hate to say one thing. I think it's a balance. In all seriousness, I think chicken, it's like barbecue. It's a balance. It should taste like chicken, but I mean, I don't get any feedback. I don't get any comment cards. I don't know what the hell judges want. If that's really what you're looking for. But with me, chicken should taste like chicken.
Let's hit a few of these real quick here.
Yeah.
Eric's come in with another one,
All right.
and this will be fun to answer.
All right.
Eric Dollarhide with another question. Y'all cook hot and fast or low and slow? I will tell you, I've had the pleasure of cooking next to Jerry quite a few times over the past 2 or 3 years.
Dude, don't drop dimes.
And
Don't
a lot
drop-
of
don't
people
drop dimes.
always ask me,
Keep the secrets in the vault.
"Yeah,
Keep
what
the
time
secrets
does
in
he
the vault.
start? What times he
Keep the
do
secrets
this?
in the vault.
What temperature does he cook at?" And I'm like, no one knows. And they're like, "What do you mean no one knows?" I'm like, Jerry don't even know. It's different every time. You can't you can't shig him. You just can't. It's however he's feeling that day. But I would say we're both probably hot and fast.
Yeah, we were hot and fast. I mean,
Yeah.
the definition of hot and fast, it used to be when I first started, hot and fast like 250 degrees, and low and
Yeah.
slow was 200 and stuff like that. I think now, I mean, literally, I'm probably low and slow. I mean, I'm cooking my big meats in under 6 hours. I'm cooking a lot less than 6 hours. God, I got on it Saturday. I'll tell you that. You knew that. I got locked in my trailer Saturday, so I had an old ship moment. Locked in the back of my trailer. Nobody's around. And I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. This ain't happening. No cell phone service. My meat's on the other side of the door. And I'm like, am I going to kick this door down, or I'm going to take my fat butt through this porthole up here? I mean,
So my phone's ringing and it's Jerry, and I'm like, why is he calling me? He's 2 trailers down. And all of a sudden I answer, but he's not talking to me. I hear him yelling because I'm on the back porch. I hear him going, "Billy,
screaming like a girl.
Billy, come
Hang
get
on.
me. I'm locked on my porch."
Help me, I've fallen down. It's like I needed I think Lauren Hill says I needed one of those life alert buttons, Billy Gillespie's my number 1, by the way. Super Billy.
saved everybody.
So yeah, I think we're hot and fast. We're above 275 degrees might be the new low and slow. We might be talking, I mean, these
Right.
can guys are 300, 350, who knows, 400.
Right.
But yeah, Eric, that's usually where we're at.
I don't know about this one. That word scares me.
Oh yeah.
Let's skip that one. We got another one from what looks like might be from your household again.
Oh wow, they're watching.
They
This is
are.
cool.
They're proud of Daddy. I'm glad we haven't used any bad words though.
Yeah, that's why I was like keeping it to the minimum. I told they were. So this is from Miss Fiona Stevenson. Hey, Fee, love you. She says, is my favorite competition? And it's Fiona. And one of the things that I'm not gonna say I've got one. I've got several, and I mean it comes down to it. I mean it's
Depends
hard for me
on
to pick.
each one's different.
Yeah, each one's different. But I will say, Fiona, and a lot of people know this, a lot of people don't, is really my favorite competitions is when I got my girls with me. And a lot of people don't get this. I mean, we did it Team of the Year, but when we have our name called, is my favorite thing in the world is to watch those two little girls go sprinting to the stage. And I mean, I take their pictures. I mean, that's one of my favorite things. So my favorite competition, Miss Fiona, is when I have my two young daughters there and we get our name called for a top 10 award, and to watch those two little girls go running up on the stage makes me really, really happy. And yeah.
I can't compete with that one. I like Fredericksburg, Virginia. Praise the Lord this year in Murfreesboro, Illinois is one of my favorites. Probably one of the favorite ones that we do together, though, is always the
Lord.
D.C. barbecue battle in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
It's the biggest pain in the butt to get into.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare logistically, but you're cooking right in front of the U.S. Capitol on Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yep.
And, I mean, that's bucket list stuff, man. Like, another one of our favorite competitions that we didn't get to go to this year, but we're going to go next year, and we're taking you with us, is Lake Placid.
Yeah.
Up in New
forward to
York. Oh, you cook inside the speed skating oval, right in the shadow of the rink from Miracle on Ice.
I'm going to have a gallon of maple syrup.
Oh, my gosh.
Canadian.
We're bringing a second truck.
Straight
Straight
we're
maple
coming
syrup,
for you,
baby.
Billy G.
We're coming for you,
Double
Bill.
fisting, maple syrup. We're bringing it.
Everyone knows you're lying.
We'll put
about
maple syrup on the maple syrup.
it. You can't hide it in your pucky hole either.
No.
Oh gosh, Bobby, really? I'll put this up there just because it's funny.
He knows. He just wants the world to know.
Right. This is from Bobo's Q. Has Jerry ever beat Luke in chicken? And the answer to that question is
Like
many.
a red-haired stepchild.
Yeah, absolutely, like a drum.
No, it's gone back and
Oh,
forth.
yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It's gone back and forth. I don't keep track of who I beat. I mean, there's some people I like to throttle. I won't lie. I mean, we all do.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's motivation for me. It's the moment I pull up to some of these contests, and most of the time, I ask the contest reps, the KCB reps. I'm like, how many teams are there? And they're like 50. I'm like, cool. I gotta beat 49. I just get it in my head. It's like, wow, that's a lot of teams to beat. But I start thinking like that. But then I start looking around. I'm like, oh, there's that guy. Oh, there they are. There they are. And it's motivation for me to push through.
That's true. Yeah.
Stay tuned. In touch with what I'm doing.
Yeah, there's a couple. I just mentioned them to little G, and switch gets flipped.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Well, we got to give away some stuff, buddy.
Yeah, we have. Nobody's told me what a pucky hole is. So
I think we should give the sauce pack to.
Eric Dollarhide.
Yeah, two good questions. Eric
Mr. Dollarhide, come see us or get up with us. PM me through Facebook, Redneck Barbecue Lab. We're going to give you one of our sauce, the North Carolina sauce, the competition sauce, and the Grand Champion sauce. All stuff that we use and enjoy.
Yeah.
We'll do another one. We're going to give away a prize pack this time. We're going to put some stuff together, T-shirts and some stuff. We're just going to say a random prize pack.
Yeah.
And I think what would be a good thing? Probably Best question of the night.
Sure.
Okay. Best question of the night. We still haven't had anybody answer Pucky Hole. If somebody can answer Pucky Hole. Somebody could answer Pucky Hole. We'll give that prize pack away right now. But we'll probably do that. And at the end of the night, we're going to give away a limited edition T-shirt and a hat.
Hat from Old Virginia Smoke.
From Old Virginia Smoke. So whoever's left at the end, we're going to give a real simple question, and you guys will be able to answer and give it.
We have a late arrival of a question that might be the winner.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's coming next. We got somebody right now. This is one of the questions. No, this is one of the questions I'll answer, then we'll get to that one. That is the question. It's coming up. The question of the night's coming up here real shortly. But right now, this Paige Manley wants to know, how did I talk my sister into becoming my partner in competitions? It was real easy. It was like I needed someone at the time, and my sister's my go-to. She's my non-verbal partner. We don't even talk half the time we're in the trailer. I know when we're on. I know when we're off. She does get verbal when we're off. She's like, that tastes like shit. Or what the ship are you doing? Right. I mean, she'll let me know. So, yeah, my sister's a huge part. I mean, huge part of the team. I don't know. I doubt I'd cut my competitions in half. So if you guys want me to quit competing out there, want to get rid of me, just get my sister off the team. And I mean, I'd just do a few for fun. But, yep, that's it, Paige.
Yeah. Alrighty. And I think this is the winner of our prize pack.
This is the winner of the prize pack.
Man, now they're coming in. So this question is from Bradley Hamilton. Will you both ever team up and cook?
Do I say it?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes. It'll happen at some point.
It's done.
There's a follow-up question.
No, we'll tell on the next episode.
Yeah. We'll save that.
Episode 3 will be what we're doing.
Okay.
And what the team name is.
I like it. We'll save that.
Oh, the team name.
So congratulations, Bradley. Did you get a hat? A sweatshirt?
No. He gets his prize back. We're going to save this sweatshirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Besides, I don't have one small enough to fit him.
And I'm pretty sure I already gave him a hat.
It'd be like a bucket on his head. So we got something for you. I got some extra small shirts, Brad. You're good to go. And Philip Bailey, you have to wait on that team name. We got you right there. Here's one. I will answer this in a heartbeat. Jeff Duckworth says, why do you always wear the Superman shirts? It's a great question. The one answer is I think I'm 21 years old and invincible, but I wake up every morning and that's a lie. I wear the Superman shirt because I'm not superstitious, but I wear the Superman shirt because I'm not superstitious. But I wear the Superman shirt a lot of times. The real reason is I wore it basically when I put the Superman shirt on, it means game on. When I fire my smoker up, I get naked, throw that shirt on, and it's game time. So when I'm wearing the Superman shirt, it's business time. Playtime's over. I mean, even though I'm talking and stuff, it's time for business, and I mean it. So when you see the Superman shirt on, that's when I'm doing business. That's when I'm working.
I like Batman. He's my favorite.
Batman sucks. Should have said Wonder Woman. At least she's hot.
Fair enough. Depends on which Batman you're talking about.
Oh, I'm gonna need therapy. I just thought about you in that Wonder Woman outfit.
Well, what do you think, buddy?
We got about 6 more minutes, and we're going to wrap this thing up. We're going to take a couple more questions, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. But
shout out to Hank.
Yeah,
Mr. Brisket. Wasn't your fault this weekend, buddy.
No. We're going to see it come up in here when we're coming to Cleveland. We need some competitions up there in Ohio to come to.
We've cooked a couple times in Ohio. We've had a lot of fun. They're always well-run competitions, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. The one. Holy Smokes in Cincinnati has a great contest.
And it's like Alzheimer's is kicking in with you, man.
Nah, we've cooked so many.
Yeah.
Starting to run together.
I know. You remember what state you're in now?
I think I'm in North Carolina.
You are.
Yeah.
Mr. Strickland's asking a question about videos that I mentioned before.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of early videos we did on the YouTube channel. It was just kind of cooking videos that I did just to kind of kill some time and have some fun with and stuff. We're going to do some more here. And basically what it'll be talking about trimming briskets, just some of the simpler stuff that a lot of people have problems with. Who knows? Chicken Champ might even show you how to trim chickens. Oh, wait. There's already a video out there with Chicken Champ that shows you how to do chickens.
Feel free to check out the National Barbecue League.
Yes. The NBL.
You can find out how to trim all kinds of things on there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Favorite barbecue? This is cool. I like that. Now, this is a good question. Like I said, we got times for a few more because I think Luke's probation. He's got to get back before his parole officer gets him. What's your favorite barbecue joint outside of NC?
Man, so it's hard to limit it to one. So I'm going to go with 3, but they're all 3 going to be Kansas City places. I mean, because you go out there and it's just barbecue all the time. You eat barbecue all the time. I've had 3 fantastic barbecue experiences in Kansas City. Obviously, Oklahoma Joe's, or Joe's Kansas City as it is now, the Z-Man sandwich. But you got to order it Travis Clark style. And that's with every meat on it. Fantastic. Then
with the F-bomb, I want the F sandwich.
Right.
It's not the Z-Man, it's the F-man.
It's the T. Clark special.
Oh, T. Clark special.
Then I have to go with Q39. In terms of sit-down barbecue restaurant, I think it's unmatched. They have a smoked fried chicken that is silly.
Yeah.
And then on my most recent trip, I went to Slaps Barbecue, Joe Pierce's joint.
No, I've been there.
Fantastic barbecue.
Joe's a great cook.
Joe's
I
a
know
great,
that.
Joe's a great
and a good
guy.
dancer.
He's a hell of a dancer.
He's a good dancer. I found that out at the Royal this year. Joe Pierce can throw it down.
Joe, he's fantastic, but the food was off the hook. It was really good, and I recommend it to anybody when you're in Kansas City. Just a great guy. He's a heck of a dancer. He likes a good cuddle. There's nothing more nice I can say about Joe.
Probably didn't need that last part.
Yeah, I'd throw that in there with you saying you were naked in your trailer with your T-shirt.
Yeah, a lot of
people.
That
was unnecessary too.
a lot of people may need therapy.
Right.
We tell them episode 3 we're doing this in thongs.
It's not good.
In Tahiti.
Not good.
Let's take a couple more.
Okay.
I didn't say my favorite barbecue joint outside of North Carolina is. My thing is now I'm heading to Texas. I was down there. Had Heim Barbecue in Fort Worth when I was down there, and I'm going down there. I love Oklahoma Joe's gas station, the original. Q39 does a great job, and you know, man, I kind of like going the old school LCs and going to Arthur Bryant's. I mean, it's a little different, and you got to take it with a grain of salt, sanitation wise. But I don't mean that as a slap down in the face or nothing. It's just they've been there forever, and those pits have got decades of work going on them. So we're going to take let's take 2 more questions because I know we're going to try to wrap this up. We're trying to keep this under an hour right now, so we're going to take 2 more questions, guys, and then we're going to do a giveaway. I was going to. Let's see. Jerry West asked, where do we buy meat from, and do you use something different with competitions in the restaurant? The answer to that is yes and no. Yes, my briskets come from Snake River Farms. They're a Wagyu brisket. We can't do those here right now. It's just, it'd be too expensive. My chicken comes from here, and my pork as well. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I get my briskets from Mr. Brisket out of Cleveland. Great guy. Hank handles all that for us. We cook Smithfield ribs and pork, and our chicken is Springer Mountain Farms from Food Line.
Yeah. Local product, local store. Thank you,
Jerry. Good question.
Yep. Well, I guess that's about it for questions. Let's see it. But We're going to give away one thing and we're going to wrap it up. We've got a limited edition sweatshirt and an OVS hat. And the only way you get an OVS hat is if you beat OVS in a hat betting contest, because he still owes me one, and a bottle of liquor for a state competition.
Yeah.
Just remember that. Ooh. Or if one falls out of his truck when he's going away and you actually get one. They're kind of hard to get, kind of rare. So, I mean, I'm sitting here just trying to struggle for a good question. We want to do something really simple?
Sure.
All right. Super Bowl champions of last year.
Yeah, okay.
First one, Super Bowl champions of last year.
Super Bowl champions.
So while we're waiting for somebody to tell us, it is the... Oh, dude. Mark Davies is like... He's all like a cat, like playing with a ball right now, trying to tell us who Super Bowl champion is.
He probably got excited to start partying again.
I'll give you a hint. The Super Bowl champion last year, well, not as bad as Dallas, but...
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan either. So, yeah, guys, while we're waiting for this to come in, just like to appreciate... Look, I told you, he's like a cat falling on the thing.
Mark Davies.
Mark Davies.
Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, you can get rid of that nasty old Dallas jersey you wore last 2 weeks ago in Currituck, North Carolina. It didn't fit anyway.
Yeah.
But,
Well, good for him.
But look, guys, we appreciate you guys coming in the Redneck Barbecue Live. It's something we're going to do each month. We're going to try to put this together. Luke and myself are going to try to be together. We may be having to do some of these remote things and stuff, but
sure.
We're going to keep doing this. Before we get done, I would love to just give a shout out to our partner right outside in the van, Mr. Mike Baker with Event Webcasting's putting this on. Mike's incredible.
Good job, Mike.
I mean, this stuff, the questions that we're able to throw up on, I mean, this setup, I mean, this trailer, it's awesome. We've had so many problems tonight, and Mike's just pushed through it. Thank you, Mike. Event Webcasting, he can do this anywhere, anytime, for anybody. It's awesome. Love to give a shout out to our sponsors at Smithfield, Royal Oak Charcoal. Thank you guys for all that you do for barbecue. Luke and myself, the Barbecue Guru. Thank you, Bob. You've always been there for us. And BarbecueData.com. I mean, those are a bunch of great people in barbecue that represent barbecue well. But the other thing is that they're always helping us out. Absolutely. It seems like with everything. So we love to thank you guys. And especially thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We are going to try to do this, like I said, each and every month. We're going to have a different theme. There may be a video or two thrown in here. And we want your questions. Throw us some questions. You can shoot me some questions at jerry@rednecksci.com, or you can shoot some to Luke.
Find me on Facebook.
funnyyoungunicorn@gmail.com. But it's funnyyoungunicorn@gmail.com. We'll kind of set some stuff up, see what you guys want to hear or want to see from us, and we'll try to help you out. So,
absolutely.
Luke, man,
thanks a lot, everybody.
Pleasure, man. Thank you for coming in. I've enjoyed your company for a weekend. I don't know if I can take any more, but thank you, little G. Thank you guys for coming in tonight. We appreciate it. God bless. Be kind to everybody. Be safe. And we'll see you guys out there somewhere.